Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. As good a friend of the show as you can get is here from CBS Sports. My good buddy, the great Brent Stover. What's up, man?
I couldn't be better. Thanks for having me back. It's been way too long.
Well, a lot of things going on in sports, but I must say this. I just am about to tweet something about this. Do either one of you young whippersnappers know what happened 34 years ago today?
Go ahead, John.
34 years ago today.
I do not know. Mike
you know
Bichetti
Bichetti?
seems to know.
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday.
What happened?
Thurman Munson passed away.
Thurman Munson.
Wow.
The great Thurman Munson, my favorite player of all time,
Really?
was killed in a plane crash in Ohio. And, yep, bad day. Bad day. I can remember being in the back of my uncle's car, my Uncle Pete. We were driving from playing baseball, actually, at a park to his friend's house, his friend Dennis's house. And we were going to go play some wiffle ball. And while we were going, I heard something on the radio about the Yankees. And I asked my Uncle Pete to turn it up in the back of his station wagon. And it was the news that Thurman Munson had died. And he was just the greatest. He was an old school guy who just hit for the clutch, wasn't selfish. The antithesis of the A-Rod years. That's basically... when you think of all this crap with A-Rod and the selfishness that surrounds this generation, you think of Munson, and it's just a different time, I mean, stuff has to change, And he was a high-paid guy for that time. I think Munson, in his highest-paid year, made maybe $350,000. I think $350,000 was his highest-paid year. And again, if everybody wants to see something amazing, go on the internet, watch Game 6 of the 1977 World Series when Reggie Jackson hits the 3 home runs. At some point, because
He
Jack
hit 3 home runs in
one game.
wow.
I was at the game. I was 10 years old.
Wow.
And so basically, if you go there, it was a big deal. His contract was a huge deal. So they talked about who was making what, and they had a list of the Yankees starting team, what their salary was, for that year. Here's Willie Randolph, starting second baseman. How much did Willie Randolph make that year, Brent?
120.
Take a guess.
120.
120. What do you think?
$45,000.
Willie Randolph made $60,000. Wow. $60,000 he made playing baseball in 19. Lou Piniella.
He had to admit 75.
$80,000.
Wow.
And Piniella was like a 300 hitter.
Yeah.
But the point was the 3 highest paid guys were Reggie. I think Reggie was made at 375. And that was the biggest thing ever, the contract end all contracts, $375,000. I think Munson was number 2 at $350, and he was the captain of the team. And I think, believe it or not, Mickey Rivers, because he was a free agent, had just gotten I think $315,000 or $320,000 a year. So yeah, I mean, just a different time.
Yeah.
But Munson was a clutch hitter, runners on second and third. He was good for a double. So
How old was he when he was killed?
32.
Wow.
32.
His prime.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Thurman Munson. We pay tribute to you. Another big story, of course, as we move on. I had to say something about that. Riley Cooper. I have the Riley Cooper apology. I have it printed out here. And again, it's just a joke. It's like, who knows what's sincere. Here's Riley Cooper's apology. I am so ashamed and disgusted with myself. I want to apologize. I have been offensive. I have apologized to my coach, to Jeffrey Lurie, to Howie Roseman, and to my teammates. I owe an apology to the fans and to this community. I am so ashamed, but there are no excuses. What I did was wrong, and I will accept the consequences. It's basically the best possible thing you can say, but what do you say? The news is also that, whatever this means, the Eagles have excused him from all football activities so he can get help, counseling. What do you think about this, Brent?
I think he's going to survive it, and you you would know better than I do, but I feel like in some way Philadelphia fans are going to rally around him. I really do.
Really?
I do.
Because most of them are going, what do you say wrong?
That's probably true.
The biggest positive I've taken out of it, if you can take a positive, is that Michael Vick came out. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that has taken advantage of getting forgiveness and grace, which I don't think there's enough of sometimes in our society. And now he's extending grace to Because he absolutely threw Riley Cooper a lifesaver. I mean, he could have come. Absolutely
did. Yeah,
Michael
sure.
Vick is the biggest reason why Riley Cooper still has a shot to make something out of this.
Yeah, everybody deserves a second chance.
Right.
I mean, and believe me, I'm a guy without second, third, fourth, fifth chances. I'd be homeless right now. But I mean, honestly. But who knows? I mean, what if this is what's really in the guy's heart? It's disturbing.
That's a problem. And the fact that Shady McCoy came out and said he lost all respect for him, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think if Jeremy Maclin would not have torn his knee up, and the Eagles would not be needing Riley Cooper as badly as they do, I don't think his career survives this. But in this situation, maybe, just maybe, they need him badly enough to keep him on the team. I think this is the kind of thing that gets you cut. I think this is the kind of thing that ends your career, because any team going forward who takes him on basically is saying we think that's okay.
Well, I don't think they're saying that. I don't think they're saying
to some people, they will construe it that way.
And guys are able to come back from. I mean, dogfighting is. I mean, it's apples and oranges. But Michael Vick, look what he's been able to come back and do and be a productive member on and off the field. And that's why that stood out to me, is because it kind of comes full circle. The fact that Vick can come out and do that, I just thought it was a really nice part to all this. Because
what do you think's worse? What do you think's worse for society, dogfighting or what Riley Cooper said?
Obviously you can't say that. No, I mean that's a big problem. That word, there's too much money being made off that word.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like it should be complete. The fact that rappers can use it.
There's too much money. America, though. It's free speech. You can say whatever you want.
No, you can't.
And
you can't get arrested
think whatever you want. And the
you
fact
can't get arrested
that
for saying it, but some people can get fired for saying stuff.
The fact that he thinks that way is a huge problem. For a team sport, it's a huge problem.
Well, I don't know. I think if the guy's good enough, he'll come back and play somewhere. And I think people will get away with it. At some point, you put political correctness aside and just say, we're all football players, we're all soldiers, we're all. I mean, if a guy like that says
that's
something
the way it should be
during war and then still saves a guy's life,
Well, that's the way it should be, but apparently he didn't get that message. He didn't.
Well, he was
at
a concert. What he did was stupid and wrong. If it's really in his heart, I think that's bad. I don't know.
That's
if it
the
is.
question.
I don't know if it is.
That's the question his teammates are going to be asking from here moving forward. Is that really what he thinks? And that doubt, even if it's just a skosh of doubt, then that's a real issue. And I don't know. I don't know if I'd want him on my team.
I think Artie needs to get involved as an ambassador, like he did down at the Super Bowl with the whole gay thing. I mean, you put that thing in the forefront.
Believe me, people have called. People have called, and they do know that I fight for what's right.
You did at the Super Bowl.
I fight for what's right.
So do you feel as though you could be leading the sensitivity training that he's undergoing right now? And how would you lead that?
I think on some level, well, first of all, I'd ask him to stop going to Kenny Chesney concerts. That's the first thing. I think that's the first step in anybody becoming more sensitive. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well,
Chesney's really mad, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
He's up in arms.
Well, he's
got
to get in front of this. I mean, of course.
Yeah.
He's got to say the right thing, and like, I don't want him at my show. Mm-hmm. But if he bans races from his show, let's face it, he'll be working at a car wash.
There's 3 people there. Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing. There's so many hypocrites. I mean, it's like everybody's doing their. I mean, listen, I think the world is slowly getting better. And all the stuff I love making fun of, the MTV generation where, people are more sensitive, political correctness, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, it makes the world a better place when people are more tolerant. Mm-hmm. I think it's an enemy of comedy. Mm-hmm. But as far as the world being better, I think it's progress. I don't know what else this guy has on his resume as far as being a person is concerned. I don't know what kind of a human being he is. I don't know the guy. If you're basing it just on this, it's not a good picture you're painting. But I don't know. He's got the long hair. He's got that heavy metal look or country western look. I don't know.
Well, and he's from Florida.
You're painting him with a broad brush,
I know.
aren't you?
You're right. You're right. I'm painting him from the perspective of a guy who's looking at him as a teammate. I'm trying to put myself in that position, and there's nothing good. There's nothing good that can come. There's never a trust that can.
So you think he's done? You think he's going to come out of this?
I do.
You do. All right. Well,
and I think Philly fans are going to surprise us.
How old?
I think they need him.
He's probably 27, 26.
I think he's been there for 3 years.
Yeah, so
this
he's
might
still
be his
young.
third season.
Yeah, so
right?
he's still young, and valuable. Interesting question. Another one, of course, is Aaron Hernandez. Now, Aaron Hernandez, John, I want to say, John Ritchie's got me thinking on this. He is sticking to that story that he is innocent.
Yeah.
And did nothing. And you're right. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know the evidence. I don't know what's going on.
The fact that he wrote that letter. He
what
wrote
exactly
a
is in the
long
letter?
to someone.
To the judge?
No, it's to a
pen
friend.
pal, yeah.
to someone. And it's probably like one of his keepers said, hey, you need to write a letter. We need to write a letter. We need to get something out there just to, I don't know, set the stage for your innocent plea.
Good question that we're thinking of here is why did he smash his cell phone to pieces and why did he have his house professionally cleaned if he's innocent?
And why do you destroy the security system?
Those are bad things.
And
Yeah.
that's not that bad.
Those are things a prosecutor will focus on.
Really? Everything right now is circumstantial, his side claims. And
Right.
he said
That's
in
not
this letter,
definite physical evidence. Smashing his cell phones, having your house cleaned. It isn't.
What if he's protecting somebody? What if it's not him, but he's protecting somebody?
Okay, interesting. But who's he protecting? That's got to be a scary bastard he's protecting.
well, he's got a couple guys who are now on the hook with him. And I think all three of them are probably willing to throw the others under the bus.
You think so?
Exactly.
Sure. And listen, he's maintaining innocence. He's saying that those who doubted him, those who turned their backs, will regret it. And he says he'll play in the league again. He'll be back and
He'll regret it because he'll kill them.
everyone. Quite possibly. I don't know.
Why don't you take that side on this one? That he will play in the league again, and I'll go with it.
I
You
think
will
it's
never play in the
interesting. It's
NFL.
point counterpoint.
I
That's
think
what makes the
anything
media
is
interesting.
Possible. And yeah, the fact that the media jumps all over the negative, all over.
Well, the negative is
immediately.
what's interesting most of the time.
The Johnny Manziel
There
thing
is
a
a-
perfect example
yeah,
of
there you
that.
go.
Just jump on
Well,
the
they
negative.
want, he's a guy. Manziel's a guy, real clean cut. That they're looking to. It comes from, I guess, a well-to-do family. As John said, I didn't realize that. He's a target. Little white rich kid. Does everything right. Goes out, drinks, gets in some trouble. What if a guy like Manziel said this at a concert? It's a much bigger story. Does he ever play football again? Of course he does.
Sure.
But is he a different figure? Absolutely. Now he's a very controversial, dark figure. It's a different situation.
It's becoming that. People are raising the questions as far as his level of commitment right now. Has it all gone to his head? Winning the Heisman as a redshirt freshman and being the favorite for it.
It would go to my head.
Year.
It would go to my head.
I think it's impossible that it wouldn't.
Yeah.
He is just a human being who's falling prey to exactly what you'd expect him to fall prey to in this situation. And
Well, I mean, I don't know
we're
if you
witnessing every second of
Do you
it.
expect it? Do you expect it? It's still disappointing to me. It's,
But
not,
this
it's not
is-
what I expect. Am I surprised? No. But I don't know if I expect it. It's still kind of disappointing to me.
This is the case of the TMZ culture, and everybody's got a phone, like the Riley Cooper thing. Why? But just on a side note, why does the guy shooting
Where
a
is
video
the
of
camera?
that? Like it's just
Whose video was it?
some guy. Oh, Riley Cooper, or maybe you just see someone arguing. Oh, I'll take. I mean, it's.
Yeah,
I went
I
to
mean,
Dirk Bentley last night.
Yeah.
I like country, down at in Union Square, and the whole concert. I'm trying to watch, and it's close in tight. Everyone is taking video. We're seeing it live. Like it's better than a camera. It's in 3D. It's
Right,
live,
right.
and- but anyway, that's the Manziel. To me, that's more the story. Is the culture we're in. Why wouldn't you go to a frat party in Austin, Texas? I get it that that's your rival and all that, but
of course.
have you been to Austin, Texas? I mean,
Brudge.
that's a good.
Brudge.
That's a good place to be if you're Johnny Manziel, you're a big man on campus, and you just won the Heisman. The first place I would go is Austin, Texas. Even if I go to Texas.
Oh, the ass is insane. I'll speak for you, Brent. I'll say what you're saying. I know you're a CBS guy and you're a good guy. You're a company guy. It's the ass.
Thanks, Artie.
It's the white ass. That's where we all go. Boschetti, what are your thoughts on this?
I second your opinion on that, Art, for sure.
What is my opinion? I've forgotten.
Some white butt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you do have the biggest, whitest butt. You have an enormous white ass.
No, but I'm not. You know what, though, Art? I'm not really that white. I mean, you know.
What are you talking about, Mike? You're insanely pale.
No, but I'm not like a pilgrim white.
You have.
Or a Viking white.
I think you are. I think you're a lily white.
Your butt is.
Your butt is a lily white ass.
We see it quite a bit.
I just don't color well.
Just get out, get out real quick and just bend over and pick something up with your ass. You don't have to. I'm just saying, it happens all the time, and we see it. You have a very white ass.
Well, the sun don't shine in that area, I guess.
But that. but
no.
This was not. You what?
Why?
No, I'm looking at the picture.
Oh, there he is.
Fleshy growth.
Yeah, look, Mike. There you are.
What
See
is
how
that
white you are?
from?
I can't.
They were shooting something.
Oh yeah.
You were shooting something
Why were
with
you
Brock,
doing
right?
that?
When was this? I can't.
You had that red underwear on.
Oh, that. Yeah. Oh, with Brock. Yeah,
You
that
were
was
shooting something with Brock.
Show.
Yeah.
It's slimming the way you pull it up over.
That was a spoof on Anthony Perkins on Psycho.
Anthony Perkins.
Yeah, the movie Psycho.
You actually have those breasts that are actually nice on a woman. Like you got that side breast thing going on.
Some women are jealous of me, I'm sure.
It's spilling over the side.
It is like it spills over where you see like the cans that come out from the back.
I got some man boobs.
You have girl boobs. Like I think we all saw you as Honey Boo Boo's mother. I think she would like to have your breasts. I think her breasts are big and sloppy. Yours are firm.
Tight, yeah.
I'll sell it to
Got a
her.
tight body.
Did you ever see Brent? Brent needs some updating. Did you ever see? Here's Boschetti as Honey Boo Boo's mother.
No.
I'm gonna try to find this for you real quick, Brent. You know Honey Boo Boo?
I actually watch
Well,
Honey
you got to
Boo
see. Here's Honey Boo Boo. A couple of pictures of Mike. That's yeah. That's a good one. The other one's the best though, where she's her face
with the little girl.
Is that the wedding gown, or is it just whatever?
Yeah, that was from one of our weddings.
Okay.
We got her face on Mike's body though in the kitchen.
People love Danny's doll he made for me. People asking me is it available for sale. I'm serious.
What, the dung beetle?
No, the doll Dan made.
I love that one.
That's a pretty good.
That's awesome.
But not even that. The other one I'm talking, the original one. Where it's her face. She's making a face like you've never seen before. Like it looks like someone is anally probing her.
Oh, no, maybe they are.
And yeah, well, in that part of the
She
country.
gets some action for being a larger,
Well, she's got 4 kids. Right?
unattractive lady. Yeah.
Do we have that picture? I don't know. The other thing is we've decided on a superhero for Mike. You know how Spider-Man is bit by a spider?
Well, he had Tubby Man.
He's bit by a radioactive dung beetle. And he smells like crap. So like, he's called Pooperman. And like the guys who fight with him are his stenchmen. And then he's Pooperman. And what he is basically his second chin is a pouch where he keeps extra balls of stench. And when a bully is fighting someone, he goes and the smell is so awful, the bully passes out.
And he also has ball-shaped dung projectiles that he can roll over them.
He's always rolling enormous balls of dung.
Is there an outfit yet, or are they still working?
Well, we have that too. I don't know.
They're trying to get the one with Mama June's face on Boshetti's body.
we'd
They
like
gotta
to
go
see
through the
that.
system and find it.
We're backed up.
And if we can, I want to show Brent also him as the dung beetle. Him as we found them. We found the beetle's body, and we put Boschetti's face on it. Oh, there it is. There's that's Mrs. Boo Boo on Bochetti's body. That's extraordinary.
That is extraordinary.
Isn't it?
Could we add glasses to that one and just see how close it can get?
To Mike? Oh,
Yeah.
the
We'll talk to
glass-
my friend Ed.
If you add glasses, it's close.
Well, I just don't know
It's
what
uncanny.
I don't know what's happening to that poor woman in that picture. I don't watch the show a lot.
She always has that face.
I'm saying,
honestly,
Brent, you
like,
watch the show like what?
Yeah.
Well, what's happening to her?
She out of
having
breath?
having a conniption.
She
or
farts
something?
a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It's when she's just kind of sitting
Yeah.
on the couch. They have these big lunches and then just sit around on the couch all day. And that's
Is she like in a Confederate dungeon? She opens her valve. She farts a lot. Isn't that wonderful?
Disturbing.
awesome.
The one I saw, the girls, her teenage daughters, wake her up with a cup of fart. They fart into their hand and then put it in the mother's face.
Buttercup, yeah.
Oh, there's Micah's Pooperman. That's a dung beetle. a radioactive dung beetle. That's a great storyline. I mean, that's a great storyline.
It is.
It is.
Mike, right? Now, I think Mike's apprehensive about going along with this.
Whatever, if there's some dough involved, I'll do anything I need to.
He can be bought.
We'll
That's
get you-
one thing
I
about
can be
Mike.
bought easily.
We'll get you, though.
Be bought very simply, guys.
So Aaron Hernandez, I don't know. Basically, John Ritchie is, I don't know.
I'm
made
not
me
saying-
think a little bit more.
Yeah.
And he's adamant about this, but a lot of evidence.
Well,
the
now-
cleaning of the house.
Did you see now that Carlos Ortiz, who was one of the guys with him the night that Odin Lloyd was murdered, claims that Hernandez put 2 guns in a box and then put it in the box in his basement. So you have a lot's been made of the authorities dredging the pond in Bristol.
Yeah.
However, a massive pond looking for the
Yeah.
weapon. And here's this guy saying it's in a box in his basement. So that could lead to, something huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of negatives on the Aaron Hernandez side.
Yeah.
where
If
he's,
that weapon is found, that's a big piece.
well,
for
listen,
the
people wonder
prosecution.
in this country, how is Kim Kardashian famous? Their father, Robert Kardashian, he the same thing. If they ever found that knife, OJ was in trouble. And it's almost 99% sure that Robert Kardashian, the Kardashians' father, hid the knife. OJ is seen giving him a bag, and he was his lawyer at the time.
Seriously?
And OJ
I
gave him
didn't
the
know
bag. The
that.
bag was never seen again, and people, prosecutors had a very big reason to believe that the knife was in that bag, and Kardashian sealed his fate in
Disposed
hell
of it?
and disposed of it. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I don't think Kardashian, the father, ever knew he was going to get off. Because if you watch that verdict again, you can watch it on YouTube or something. Watch his face. Shapiro is elated. Johnny Cochran is elated. F. Lee Bailey's elated. Kardashian's like, oh my God, we're all going to hell. Like Kardashian looks like, oh man, like he got off, it worked,
Yeah.
And I think he hid the knife, and what happened? He dies, and his daughter bangs Ray J and gets famous. and he's in hell watching it all. We'll be back with more of the Artie Lange Show after this.